robot that Tesla says is going to revolutionize, well, pretty much everything, from the factory floor all the way to our own homes. So let's get right into it.
Okay, right off the bat, let's just tackle the one question that pops into everyone's head when they see this kind of crazy futuristic tech. You know, we see this stuff in the movies, but what would one of these things actually cost you?
And here it is. This is the number that's making everyone's jaw drop. Tesla's long-term price target is somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000. Now, just to put that into perspective for a second, that's about the price of a small car. For a walking, thinking robot. Wild.
Okay, so the price is surprisingly accessible, at least eventually. But what does eventually even mean? You know, how soon could we actually see these robots walking around in the real world? Well, the timeline is frankly aggressive. Tesla is gunning for a full production intent reveal in early 2026. Manufacturing is supposed to kick off later that same year, and then wider public availability, well, it's slated to begin in 2027, though I'm sure it'll be limited at first. This whole thing is moving at an incredible pace.
So, we know the potential price, we know the timeline. Now let's get into the good stuff. Let's meet the machine itself. What exactly is Optimus?
The current version, what they're calling Gen 2.5, is pretty much designed to fit right into our world. It stands at about 5'10", weighs a totally manageable 138 pounds, and has this really clean, consumer-ready look. All its wiring is tucked away, it's got hands and feet that can actually move, it's really built to look and move like one of us.
But here's the thing. As cool as Gen 2.5 looks, it's really just the warm-up act. The real game changer is the next version, the one that's actually intended for mass production. That would be Generation 3. And this is where you really see the massive leap from prototype to a real product. Gen 3 isn't just a little update, it's a total overhaul. We're talking lighter, stronger materials, and it's sealed up so it's durable enough for the real world. But honestly, the really mind-blowing upgrades are in how we'll interact with it. It's going to have hands with 22 degrees of freedom, that's almost human-like dexterity. And it'll have full voice communication and even customizable personalities. It's designed to be a true assistant, not just a clunky machine. And under the hood, Gen 3 is getting a serious performance boost. A more capable drivetrain means it can handle tougher physical jobs. Better batteries mean it can work longer without needing a charge. And maybe most importantly, it's getting next-generation AI hardware. That's the brain that's going to power all of its advanced learning abilities. Really, these are the core upgrades that make everything else possible.
Look, building one of these things is hard enough. So how on earth does Tesla plan to build them by the millions? Well, this is where the company's unique history and strengths really come into play.
1 million per year. That's the planned capacity for just the initial production line at Tesla's Fremont factory. It's a staggering number, and it really shows you just how serious they are about making Optimus a true mass-market product.
So how are they possibly going to pull that off? Simple. They're going to use the exact same manufacturing playbook that let them scale car production so ridiculously fast. For them, this isn't some brand new venture into manufacturing. It's just applying what they already do best to a totally new product. And this really shows their step-by-step approach. First, you build the initial line right there in Fremont, so the design and assembly teams are right next to each other. Second, you test thousands of these robots inside your own factories to work out every single kink. Third, once it's battle-tested, you lock in that final design. And then finally, you hit the gas and scale up massive production at Gigafactory Texas. It's a pretty smart plan.
But look, mass production is only half the battle, right? The robot also has to be smart. And this is where the secret sauce comes in. It learns by observation. So instead of needing a programmer to write code for every single little task, Optimus can literally learn just by watching a human do it. This ability to learn and adapt is what makes it a truly general-purpose robot.
So all this brings us to the ultimate vision. It's not just about building a cool piece of tech. It's about creating a tool that has the potential to completely reshape entire industries and, our day-to-day lives. This quote from Tesla just perfectly captures it. Notice those words, general purpose. They're not building a robot that just does one thing really well. No, they're creating a flexible platform that can provide both labor and assistance in almost any situation you can think of.
And when you start thinking about it, the potential applications are just vast. I mean, imagine a robot that can not only work on an assembly line, but can also help with the laundry at home, or assist a teacher in a classroom, or maybe even provide support in a care facility. This is the kind of broad, sweeping impact Tesla is aiming for.
And here it is, the final piece of the puzzle, speed. Tesla's ambition here is to make Optimus their fastest scaling product ever. I'm talking faster than the Model 3, faster than the Model Y. This is not some side project for them. They are treating this as a central pillar of the company's future.
So this all leaves us with one huge provocative thought. If Tesla actually succeeds in this mission, mass producing an affordable, capable robot, we have to ask ourselves, are we on the verge of a future where intelligent, helpful robots become just as common and as essential to our lives as the cars we park in our driveways?